This meeting is now being okay. So now this meeting is being recorded, and to start the meeting, this is kind of the formal meeting for our Women in IT group, and from now onwards, we have started thinking about making this group more formal with the format, with more help to the girls. And Isha and me and Lavi, we are working on it. Like seriously, we are spending time and raising awareness about the group and making it more formal. And I would, it's just the starting, and I'm not saying we have everything at the moment, but we would love the support from all the mentors.
Yep.
And we really appreciate you girls joining and giving your time. So this meet and greet is gonna happen every third Thursday of the week of the month from now onwards, so that we have a set time, 8:30 p.m. and everybody knows that okay, every third Thursday of the week of the month will be there. So
And you'll
my
be
name
sending
is,
the reminders, right? Because on
yeah,
the
I
group,
will.
because otherwise the third Thursday becomes difficult for me to track on the
I
calendar.
have sent lots and lots of reminders this time, because I was
Yes,
telling you,
that was the reason we all are here, right?
yeah, I was trying my best to
Yeah, that's good. Thanks
keep
for that.
it in everybody's mind. So my name is Nidhi. I work as a system admin, and my aim in this group is to change female mindset. Especially, I will be a bit blunt, in any ethnicity, females who feel that they're not good enough or they can't do. I want to tell them, you can fly. No need to walk when you can fly. You can achieve. Just why not? Why can't you be happier, be more professional, be more technically smart? You can.
At least try to fly. If you fall, that's fine.
If you
At least-
try, you are there.
That's right. Try.
If you try, फिर तो वो खून मुंह लग जाएगा. Then
That's
they
right.
won't stop.
That's right. Agree with that.
Okay, so and we have Lavi with us. She is web developer and also full stack developer. She will introduce herself later. And Isha unfortunately had to quit the meeting, although she majorly manages it all. She's also a full stack developer. And women in IT is a Lavi, could you please share the Facebook page and the LinkedIn page that Isha created recently? So Lavi will share it with everyone in the chat, so you guys can have a look at it later. So the aim of this Facebook group, which we'll talk about the Facebook group later. At the moment, the aim for this Facebook group is to just motivate the girls to just give them the confidence that they can do everything that they want. Why not to be on top of the things? Why not to be aware? And especially for the ones which have completed their degree in IT in India or masters here, or the ones which have had gaps, they might have worked in India. So especially the females who think that it's not, they can't get it. But no matter how much the gap is, no matter how much, if they have done some work in some other industry, but they want to come back into IT gives you skills so that you don't have to depend on a job provider, because you would be an asset. You're going to polish your skills. So this group is to help you get your foot into the door and just win the world. So now I'll start with the introduction. So in the introduction, we'll try like what we expect in this introduction. Apart from that, you can introduce anything that you want to talk about yourself, but we would like to hear from you what you want to achieve from joining this group, what you want to mental satisfaction or whatever you feel. And also one skill that has that you have gained over the time from your being a mother, being a daughter, or anything that in your personal life the skill that you have gained which has helped you in your professional life. which is like your motto or something that has given you strength and motivation in your life. And we were aiming to have this meeting finished by 9:30. So our meeting aim is till 9:30, and we don't have too many participants today. All right, so I'll now hand over to Lavi.
Thank you, Nidhi. So, hello everyone. I'm Lavi Jain, and I'm a software developer at Balrat City Council. And as Nidhi mentioned, and Navdeep, you were talking about different things that people face here. They do not want to come out of their comfort zone. I think one of the skills that I have learned here in Australia is to come out of your comfort zone, and that has helped me a lot. So I do engage myself in a lot of networking events, and also I'm organizer at GDG Melbourne, and also a Women Techmaker ambassador. I organize lots of events, not because during these lockdown, definitely there are very less numbers, but before that, yes, face-to-face, lots of events, such as Hack Nights or International Women's Day event, we organized this year as well. And I speak at some too. And actually with that, speaking at one of the events helped me to gain my second job here in Australia, which was at Redbubble. And I worked there as a software engineer intern. So that was really, really good. So this is something, a skill that is I've gained and come out of the comfort zone, and the results are there. And then after that, I got a job here. One thing that I want to get out of this group is definitely, as you have mentioned, about so many people who come to ask for help. So this definitely would be a platform where I can get help and also help others in whatever way I can. And I try to connect. So if you're looking to connect with someone, you can always reach out to me. I do like to connect people here and there, or share resources. That's it for me.
Next, Navdeep, would you like to go next?
Yep. So this is my first time, so I don't know about previous catch-up, but looks like this also is first time because it is a meet and greet. So yep, I'm currently working at Microsoft as head of Azure architecture and leading their Victoria region. And I do have 20 years of engineering background. So I'm here in this group to learn and see how we all can support each other. First thing. Second thing is maybe there is something which I can learn from you all and I can make use of it in my day-to-day role, and which I think is definitely the positivity which I see in this group. And one thing which is like really making me go every day or go to work is the motivation. I really like to see today, if I'm joining my new role, what is going to be my next role or where I want to be in my next 3 years. People always ask this question, where you want to be in next 5 years? And people think it's very silly question. Actually, it is not silly question. It has a very big value in it because it shows the mindset, your future thoughts, and where you're putting yourself. So that is what I always think about the future. Present is good, of course, because you're making it good. But if you're not making, you're securing your future, which is not possible without your hard work. That's it. And if my skills will be useful, I'll be more than happy. That's it. Thank you.
And we have Komal next.
Hi, thanks, Nidhi. Hi, everyone. So I'm Komal, or K as my work name goes. So yeah, I've had, like everybody else, I've had a journey myself. Been in IT for 15 years now. Started with my first job as a free offering here in Australia at my husband's company because it was really a struggle to get a job, having had just a year and a half worth of experience back in India. So this is how I started. I worked at the call center for a few months and then literally ended up offering my husband's company that I'll work for 6 months for free and you give me an experience certificate if that works. Luckily, they had a big project come on board and they believe that there's nothing called a free lunch. So they paid me a very little amount, $300 a week. which was 15,000 over the year, way less than the minimum wages back then, but it's fine because it was a mutual thing. Lots of exposure, and here I am, so I regret nothing. It's just that getting that head start and not giving up is very important. And I'm a firm believer of few values, and I stick by them no matter what throughout my journey. I've lost a few jobs in the last 8 years. I've probably switched 8 jobs, and never ever was I fired from a job. So that's how uncertain things can be. Like companies would go in administrations, or there would be redundancies, or last 2 years have been COVID. Anyway, no time stays the same is my first value that I stick by. Everything can be changed, and it all starts from here. And along with, so I'm a Salesforce consultant. Sorry, I was supposed to say that before. So I'm a Salesforce consultant. I work with Real Estate Group here in Richmond. I started with Sage CRM 13 years ago, and switched to Salesforce about 5 years ago. Interesting fact about me, when I was in Sage CRM, and when I was about to give up everything and be a homemaker, I knew it wasn't me. And I switched to doing an early childhood education diploma, which I did, and I loved it. I also was working with one of the good agencies here, and I had some health conditions. I was advised not to go in public spaces more. So I kind of took a break and checked out Salesforce one day, just out of curiosity, and I fell in love with it. And here I am 5 years later, doing very well in that stream. Never had I ever thought that I'd be back in IT. So this is how strange things have been. There's always hope. It's all about not giving up. It's all about keeping the fight right. I know things are different for everybody, and sometimes you just don't have a choice, and you have to give up on the career of your choice and start something new. I've been there, trust me. But if you really believe in yourself, you can get back to the original track. The reason I'm saying all these things, not very technical, but more on your values and your beliefs, is because I'm also a well-being champion at my work. So we have a well-being squad where we really focus on mental health and overall well-being of our people. And I think it starts from there. You may or may not have technical knowledge, but as long as you have the right mindset, you can survive and strive. So yeah, and this is what I wanted to request Isha as well, that I know I've said I'd like to mentor people for Salesforce queries, but I'd also like to have this stream of well-being started in our group, where, and especially, we spoke about it earlier, that ladies do have all sorts of issues, especially the way we are brought up. I think it's in the, I don't want to blame the culture, I'm really proud of it, but I think it's somewhere imbibed in us that home is our responsibility. I know I've been cooking while I was talking to you guys, and that's fine. It can be managed if you have plans, and it's okay to fail. I think that's the thing we need to understand. It's okay to fail. And that's the message I really want to give everybody. I think that's it. I've been talking a lot. But that's really the thing. Salesforce or well-being is something I really want to talk about to people. And what I want to learn here is anything and everything, because, I may be the mentor here for a certain thing, but everybody has something to teach you. And if you have your eyes and your heart open to things, you're never going to fail, because you always will be learning. And that's what I'm here for. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Komal. And thank you for joining every time. Yeah.
I really appreciate, I forgot to mention this time. I do that every time, that I really appreciate all the efforts, by you, Nidhi, Lavi, or Isha. She's the one who I speak to most of the times, but I was really keen on meeting you, and I got a chance to meet you last time. I'm really thankful on behalf of everybody here. And yeah, I really appreciate the efforts, and glad I can be a part of it.
Nah, that's amazing. And also it's good that this time we are recording it, because as like most of the times, not mentors are there, but mentees are not there. And then they come back later. And I totally for me personally, if I would be the person, I'd be really punctual about when I need help, or from wherever I can get anything that can put me into a job that I want. But I can't blame other people. Depends on
I think it's about gaining trust. And look, I've tried to put so many people, I've added a few people into the group, I've reached out to people saying that, we have this thing. It's a platform that's available. If not anything, you'd at least get some sort of guidance. But I think people are reluctant, is what I've seen. And most of the times they're like, oh, it's not going to give me a job. So why bother?
That's right.
That's
Actually,
what
I think that is a mindset. They just, if you tell that there is a job attached to it, yes, they will.
There's so much more to it. And I really hope that all who couldn't join, or all who didn't think it was worth joining, really go through this recording and see that, it's not only the job that matters, but having the right mindset, as you guys said earlier, how important it is. And that's going to get you the job in the end. And just make you a different person.
that's the difference between the people who get what they want and the difference with the people who just want something but they don't get it.
And that's the whole point of networking, actually. You do not just network to get a job, you network to make connections and genuine connection. You show up.
I would say depending, like if when I was in a job search stage, then every link was an opportunity for me. Everything was like getting one foot closer, or at least having a hope. So and I would request Nivashini now. I totally yeah. So Nivashini, could you please introduce yourself?
You're on mute, Nivashini.
Hi, I'm Nivashni. I'm not here to mentor anyone. I want some mentoring for me because I'm kind of, desperately looking for a job. I am doing some casual role now, but it is more in what I don't have in cyber security. I'm doing now for documentation, but I really don't have that background. But I want to go into testing. In between, I did a 3 months of internship at Sentilon from April to July. But now with that internship or whatever training I did, I'm trying to find a job. I'm not able to. They're saying just 3 months is not enough. But previously, I had some IT background. I had 2 years of development experience. Then I did some 3 years of IT support role. But those are not added. They ask, okay, how much do you have for testing? Just 3 months. Okay, that's not enough. I get calls every day from recruiters, but when go to the client side, I think they don't really accept that much experience. I think maybe experience like 4 years or 3 years. They're asking in testing side. Yeah, I need some, I don't know, maybe if I get interview only, I will learn something. What are they expecting or anything. But the recruiter, it goes to the recruiter, then that's it. It's like, yeah.
I'm happy to give you the interview session for sure. So just,
Okay.
I'll not give you here because recording and others are also here, but I just want to know why you want to do testing. Why not your previous experience?
No, development, I'm not that comfortable in doing development. It's been long break. I don't want to go into development. I did some testing courses. I did ISTQB. So I thought I'll, go into testing. I did under in Salesforce only, actually, I did testing. Yeah. Yeah.
See, Komal has come back to the camera.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you said Salesforce.
But
Okay,
I didn't do any certification in Salesforce because it was just for just 3 months. So maybe I'm just thinking maybe that certification would value to my resume or something like that. Yeah.
Yes, I would say, as a short answer, certifications definitely help. It's not everything. Like there are people, and no disregards to their efforts. There are people who have like 15, 20 certifications. You don't have to have those many, as long as you know the basics, right? And certification is kind of a representation that you have the knowledge,
Okay.
without having experience, and that's why it's so important. But if you're really keen on Salesforce, maybe we can have a one-on-one chat as well.
Yeah.
And I can give you like the starting point where you can please start preparing. And one of my friends, she has recently joined a company. She ended up having a job after almost a year and a half. I'm not saying that that's how long you would take, but she's literally started from scratch, and that's how she's ended up there. So it's
Okay.
possible. And if Salesforce is something you really want to get into, I can definitely help you start.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I'll get in touch with you. Yeah, sure.
That's good.
Okay, so Nivashini, you can have a chat with
Yes.
Komal and as well as Navdeep. And
Mhm.
Lavi, could you see the screen? Do we have any mentor for testing?
Testing, I think we do. Let me quickly have a look. Sorry, I should have
While
looked.
Lavi does that, Nivashini, can I ask
Yeah.
you what sort of testing you've done? I think I missed that part.
Yeah, I did manual testing.
As in, which technology itself, or
It's
was
more
it
of
technology specific?
I think Salesforce admin.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Lavi will let you know, Nivashini, we have a mentor for testing in general, and also at the same time, thank you so much, Komal. So you have got a mentee today.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Um,
yeah, please, Nivashini, have a chat with Navdeep as well. So
Sure.
just stay in contact with her.
Yep, yep.
You can share each other's details on the Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Yeah,
share.
sure.
Navdeep, Navdeep, if you can share your details and you can have a chat with Lavi, because Lavi is making the database for all the mentors.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
she has her own format. So Lavi,
Okay.
if you could please liaise with Navdeep and share
Mhm.
that with Nivashini as well.
Okay.
yes. And quickly, I
Mhm.
just checked. We do not have exactly in the testing, but I think the quality analyst should do it. Quality assurance analyst should
Yeah.
be quite
Yeah,
relevant.
depending on which specific domain. But if Nivashini has done it in Salesforce admin, then I guess Komal would be the right
Yeah. See,
mentor, and as well as Navdeep in terms of
so-
she has like lots and lots of knowledge.
I do have good knowledge, but I think because she is particularly looking for Salesforce, I would say Kamal will be the first, K will be the first one. But
Mm.
if you really
Yeah.
want to know testing
Mhm.
as a overall, irrespective of which technology, then of course I can let you know. But
It's
just
Okay.
worth
one
having
thing,
a,
yeah.
discussion.
But
Mm.
just one thing I really want to call out to you all here in the group. Anything what you're doing manual,
Mhm.
it is going to become outdated very soon. First thing.
Mm.
Second thing,
Yeah.
testing itself is going to become outdated soon. Reason you said you don't like development, I would say please don't ignore that. Development is important. I
Mm.
expect all my testers to know the development because everything is infrastructure as code. Everything is code nowadays. So
Mhm.
please don't
Yeah.
leave. And you, as you said, recruiters are coming and they are not. Multiple reasons it can be. First thing, yes, 3 months is nothing actually.
Mm.
3 months is like just doing a certification and you just ask their certification thing also. It's very brief. So what
Mm.
experience you have, somehow you need to relate it together to show your skills. So you
Okay.
cannot have like 6 months something, 3 months something. You really
Yeah.
have to start everything from scratch. Pick one, and your
Mhm.
CV should reflect how your previous experience of development can help you in testing. So think from that perspective.
Okay.
Whatever you have done, it shouldn't go waste. That's it.
I
Mm.
guess Navdeep, you would be a better person to explain to her that running away is not going to work. You like it, you will love it once you start understanding it. So
No,
Yeah,
because
that's true.
yeah, because what she's saying, like she wants to do testing. Sorry, because you're here, Nivashni. So nothing
Yeah.
against, but because
Yeah. Yeah.
for me, mindset is something which I would really say. You have done development. You should make use of that to reflect in your testing skills also.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
Otherwise, 3 months will not take you anywhere.
I
Mm.
totally understand, and I appreciate the fact that Navdeep, you said it, because even me being a system administrator, I am learning code. Without
that's right.
code, I can't.
No,
I
no,
can't. I
all my, so I used to have,
and
yeah,
all
yeah,
everything is going to automate.
everything is in
happening.
automation.
So in IT, we do have to look after the future.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Future picture is what we are
Mm.
looking here. And because I'm giving you the example, in my previous role also, I had around 50 different teams, 50 members, but I used to call all of them engineer. And one thing was, when I joined that team, was everyone, I wanted them to go and learn the coding. Few left because they thought that they can escape. Who stayed, they are at very good positions. Someone is working in a cloud guru, someone has joined Microsoft now with me. So you will have a future if you do coding. So don't leave your development background behind. You need it. Go back and read your books.
All
Sorry
right,
to cut you
Chris.
off here. Yes, we
Yeah.
have 2 more
Nivashni.
participants.
Yep,
and-
yep.
Yeah, Nivashni, if you can now,
Yeah.
you can
Unmute.
meet us one-to-one. Sorry about with the time constraint. I'll move on to our next participant, Parul Kapoor. Parul, if you could please introduce yourself, and thank you, Nivashni.
Hi, ladies. This is the first time I have joined this meeting. I'm not sure what's the agenda here. And I'm sorry I was not able to listen properly. I was busy with the kids here. I don't know what you want. You want me to introduce myself, Nidhi?
Yes, Parul,
Okay.
if you could.
Yeah, sure. I'm working as a UAT manager with Australia Post, and my background is I have come from the manual testing. Um, I've started my life, my career as a test analyst with TCS, and then become senior consultant, test lead, UAT lead, and now I'm working as a UAT manager. So my base was a manual tester, and I am also a certified Salesforce administrator. So anything I can help with anyone, I'm more than welcome for that. And also on that note, I would like to say that I'm currently looking for a manual tester who has an SAP knowledge. If we have anyone in the group, I'm happy to take on the board. So that was my agenda to actually join this call. If I can help you with any tester who has this knowledge, I'm happy to take. I'm taking interviews now. So yeah.
I really like it actually, everyone is fitting together. Nivashni wants a role, manual testing, Parul
Yes.
is looking for it. Good,
Yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah, Nivashni, just share your details or the way you want to have a chat in the chat window. You can exchange, or if everybody wants to share their details on the chat with everyone. Mine is on the Facebook, so you can send me a direct message. But apart from that, I think I'm not the person anybody is interested in having a chat with me today. So yeah, rest, if you could please share, that's going to be amazing. And thank you so much, Parul. We were just talking about the manual testing.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So do we have anyone who has experience in SAP?
Nivashni, could you?
No, I don't have experience in SAP.
Parul, sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Anjali, and I've just put a thing on the chat. I actually look after internships for students. I work for a college here in Melbourne, and all these students have done a degree in IT in Australia. So they've either done a bachelor's or a master's. And then they come and do this program called the professional year, which gets them 5 points for migration, towards migration. But as part of the professional year program, they are expected to do a 3 months internship. And I've followed this group very recently, and I saw all the profiles of people, and I said, all right, maybe it'd be a good idea for me to connect. But I think the chapatis took me a little while longer to come and connect, so I've joined a little late. So apologies
Done
for
my
that.
internship from WLI. So I actually have talked to you on phone sometime.
All right. I've recently joined, so I don't know if we have. Well done. So I've joined this group not just to potentially try and place my students, but also, looking at the profiles that you ladies had, I'm trying to build a portfolio where, like what you're doing today, come and talk to students as well. The simple importance of continuous learning, keep in touch with development, all these things is something that when they hear it from somebody else from the industry, it helps extremely, So Parul, if it's all right, may I connect with you at some stage so that if you are interested in taking on interns?
Thanks for reaching out, Anjali, but I'm not sure how much I can help because I mainly look for the experienced persons, experienced manual testers, but not for the interns. That's not my area, but I can definitely look into it, that who takes care in Australia Post about the internships and all. And I can definitely refer to the right persons, but definitely I'm not the right person for that. But yes, if you have any experienced people over there, especially in the manual testing, I usually take intakes after every 2-3 months, depending upon the requirements.
Fair enough. I think there are some students who have experience, but with COVID lockdowns and stuff, a lot of them have lost jobs. So I can mostly, direct them there. If I have a basic profile of what kind of work, what kind of roles you'll be looking at, and then I can possibly share it with these students on their job.
Anjali, I'm sure you must be across this, but I'll just reiterate anyway. About the graduate programs that all these big companies have. I've tried to place a lot of people there when my brother was a student here and his friends and stuff. But the only thing that I don't like about it is they need a
permanent
PR.
residence. Yes.
Yeah, which makes no sense because you can't expect a PR out of a student. They've just arrived, in the country. But I'd be really keen to understand if there's anything like the graduate programs which also allows and understands or acknowledges the visa status of the students and still gives them an opportunity, because I do come across a lot of people.
It's a matter of a fight. It's a matter of a fight. I have managed to place a few students in the Telstra graduate roles about 3 years back. I have placed students at IBM for the graduate program as well. But I was lucky enough, like I said, it was a fight from one phone call to the next to the third. I've just persevered, managed to get hold of people, show them what a 485 visa is, and explain to them that the students have 2-year work rights. So even if the graduate program is just for a year, why are they not allowing international students? So, that it was a matter of connecting and pushing my way through and then going forward.
Sorry, ladies, I have to drop because I was not aware it's 1 hour. So I just had 45 minutes.
No, that's totally fine.
I'll join next time.
No, it's totally fine. And thank you so much for joining. Thank
That's
you.
good. Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
And Anjali, if you could introduce yourself, and it is amazing to have you. And thank you for joining.
No, I'm so sorry. I had set it up that I have to be in at 8:30. So apologies that I didn't join immediately at that time. And but next time I will. So I've been working for international students here in Australia for 5-6 years now, and primarily in this program called the Professional Year, where international students who've studied IT or accounting, that's what they do. They've studied a degree in Australia, and they do this Professional Year, which is essentially about a 9 to 10 months program. The first 32 weeks, they study about work readiness, Australian workplace culture, basics about meetings, presentations, and things like that. And then they have to do an industry experience and get an internship. So my role in the previous organization was managing the whole thing end to end. Now it's focused primarily on internships. And with the market the way it is, a lot of companies are not taking on interns because government has been very generous in giving grants to people. So these students who are capable are not getting that kind of experience. And that was the reason I said, okay, woman to woman will understand. We'll see how we can go and try and help these international students get their foot into the door of the industry, realize the importance of education, not just what is there in the textbook, but what is actually in demand, and go forward from there. Because what they've studied, by the time they actually get into the industry, that's outdated.
So I can understand that. And
sorry,
Totally relatable.
Can I just jump in for one more minute? Sorry. Anjali, I'm on a committee of a organization here, which is more like a community organization. So we do all the I'm a Maharashtrian, so it's a Maharashtrian community group. But
Right.
the president also has, I think he's got a business or he's got an agency where he works with international students and uh, basically opens up a network because he runs his own IT business as well, and he's got multiple businesses, and
Right.
he kind of tries to provide this platform to all the international students and get them placed. And I'll reach out to him and get more information, but I'd really like to connect you
I'll
to
really
him.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So it just clicked my mind. So yeah, I hope that really helps out other people.
Great. So, I mean, that's the idea that, if my details, I don't mind my details being shared multiple places. I've put my details in the chat already, but yeah, happy to drop emails so that more details about the program can be provided. Happy to share that email as well.
Yeah, Anjali, I do get a lot of recruiters reach out to me and share roles. I'm happy to share them with you if you like.
Awesome. Awesome. We all will get lovely Christmas hampers then once we get a few students placed.
No, I did the professional year from WLI. I know what the struggle is and how it all goes. So pretty
I'm
okay.
pulling a lot of ears at WLI now because I felt, we'll take that offline. A lot of people did a lot of shortcuts, which I'm not happy about. So
Nidhi, you're on mute.
Anjali, the program that you do, can any international student join that professional year?
but anybody officially can, but they get 5 points for migration if they've got an IT degree or an accounting degree or even engineering.
I mean,
Yeah.
the IT graduates, or so it would be wonderful if you can just make a video of yourself, just explaining yourself, because as like if you have been onto our group, I have a video of mine.
Okay.
And we were thinking it was just coming up, like we were planning and making it formal and everything from, say, this is our formal meet and greet. And from now onwards, we'll have a meet and greet every third Thursday of the month.
Yeah, I
So
saw that.
and we were now thinking that apart from the database or the pictures that we have on our Facebook group for the mentors, at the same time is that if like what you do and how you can help the girls for, say, professional year. I didn't know, Lovey was talking about it, but I wasn't aware that it's such a helpful thing for anybody who's done a degree from here, because
Yes.
it gives so much confidence and professional awareness if you go through a course of actually being helped or being looked after when you go through that process of changing from a student to a professional.
Yes.
So it's going to be amazing if you make a video of yourself. If you don't want your face, then just maybe audio or
don't worry. I've
slides
got
or
enough and more equipment here. My husband's a musician, so I have all the equipment in the world in my house.
yeah, just to give them an understanding of, because I don't know if even if they are aware, but they don't know the importance of it.
Sure. I'm happy to do that, Nidhi.
All right, who else we have? I think we have introduced everybody. If not, could you please unmute and just say, or we have, say, 5 to 7 minutes if anybody wants to share anything. All right, if there's nothing more to share, it was wonderful meet and greet, amazing to meet new people, and thank you for joining. And we look forward to having better networking for everyone, no matter the girls who want to get back into IT after a gap due to maybe maternity or anything else, or the girls who have lost hope to get into IT. and also the young students who don't know how to get into the IT world if they don't have a PR or their visa status. So it was an amazing informative session, and I would post it on the Facebook group, the video. And yeah, we look forward to help each other make this women world beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great.
Oh,
Thank you for the time.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Nidhi. Thanks, Lovey. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Everyone.
Bye.
Priya, bye.